Will we Hobonichi in 2026? That is the question and topic of today. You guys, I am so excited to be hanging out with you, talking all things Hobonichi today for 2026 and looking back at some pages of the past in old Hobonichi planners / journals, notebooks. That's what I use them for because I get a lot of comments on my videos where I talk about picking up a Hobonichi or having used them in the past that are all about concerns of your handwriting, having chicken scratch, not having the cute aesthetic for decorating and putting stickers on the page and making it look just so perfect. I also get comments about the cost of a Hobonichi, which I can't help with that. They are a little bit of an investment, a little bit of a more expensive planner. However, I will say if you are concerned about tariffs and duties and shipping costs, Hobonichi, they have their own Amazon store. So I will link the one that I got specifically down in the description for you guys. So that helps a little bit with the cost. But the other comment that I've been getting lately is concerns about the paper and not wanting to pick one up for 2026 because you are worried about whether or not the paper is good or a complete and total mess that it has been in the past. So my main reason for sharing this video today, you guys, is because I am one of those people. I am a chicken scratch, non-aesthetically pleasing human being inside of my planners and probably outside as well. And I still have pages to share with you guys that I have loved and treasured and enjoyed, and they are not perfect. They do not have the gorgeous sticker placement and the handwriting and the fonts. And that's personally not what I use planners for anyway. I can go with something a heck of a lot more affordable if I just want to practice my handwriting and making things cute. My planners and journals and notebooks are for me, and I am what I am on paper, and I am okay with it not being perfect. And if you've really wanted to have a Hobonichi, if you wanted to give it a try, if you think that the style and layout and size and shape is going to really work for what you need it for, grab one. Do not worry about your printing, your handwriting, or your sticker aesthetics. I also want to give you guys some ideas as well. You don't need to use a Hobonichi the same way that you see other people do. I hybrid mine. I use it for a planner and a journal, for list making and gratitude, for memory keeping and habit tracking. So you're going to see a lot of different things in these today. So let's start right here with my 2025 Hobonichi. I did not have a Weeks for this year. I got an A6 Techo, and this planner is so dang cute, you guys. I got this because I specifically wanted it to be connected to my word of the year, which is faith. One thing that I absolutely love doing so much in my Hobonichi planners is decorating the inside covers. So I did a little like mood board / vision board that tied into my word of the year, and then I put some decorative stickers over on this side. And in that A6, here is an example of not perfect stickering, definitely imperfect printing, but it's me on paper, and I love that. So the Hobonichis oftentimes start a month or two into the previous year. So what I like to do in my December calendar in my Hobonichi for the new year is decorate it up, and I will show you guys. I've already done the decoration for my 2026 Hobonichi Weeks. I blame it on the Hallmark movies, you guys. I literally had one on the TV and I sat down and decorated December already. I love it so much, and I'm excited about it because what I like to do on the December calendar is write out things that I want to focus on or things that are a priority for me in the new year. And I write one out. As you can see, I stopped the day after Christmas. Things got a little bit hectic, but I write out in each box things that I want to focus on and prioritize in the new year. Then I go on to decorate the calendars. I decorate every single one, and I write in my one good thing a day after I've done the December looking forward one. Now, this one isn't filled up, but this one has things that are not super private in it. I do keep this Hobonichi fairly private. I have it mostly for journaling and just some personal things. Anyways, so this is what this is what it looks like for my one good thing a day. Decorated again. I think I did do a plan with me to decorate this one up on the channel, but I just love it. And again, it's just me on paper. Then I would use the monthly blank page. So in a Hobonichi, when you start a new month, you do have a blank page. I would sort of like plan out a routine or things I wanted to focus on for the month, much like I did with my December calendar, but month by month. That's what I would put on the new blank page for the start of each month. Again, you guys, this blob is very not perfect, not artistic at all, but I do love this page. Again, it's my style, my stickers, and I'm happy with it. This is my 2024 weeks. My word of the year for 2024 was bloom. I will continue on with the vision board and the word of the year inside of my Hobonichis, even if not every time the planner is specifically to focus on that word and that vision. I just like to have it sort of all over the place. I will put in my other planners as well. These are some decorated inside pages. I loved the little bunnies, and I did a little envelope here to put just like a little note to myself. The weeks comes with, I think, 75 like not blank, but like grid spare back pages. And this is just a collage cover that I did to keep track of the books and the rating for the books that I was reading in 2024. I love this so dang much. Here's an example of totally imperfect handwriting. I should be better at cursive. I'm just not, you guys. But again, I love it so much. It's not perfect at all, but I love these little stickers, and I like this Joy to the World and Here Comes Santa Claus. I was probably definitely listening to my favorite Christmas song, which is the Johnny Cash Christmas song at the time. I was inspired to write out this line, and I love it. Here's where I cut off some packaging and stuck it to my weeks. This was a little sticker from not an eBay order, an Etsy order. Oh my gosh, I knew it was an E. You guys, I placed an Etsy order for some really adorable Snoopy stickers, and this was on the packaging. And then I cut this off of, I think, some Hershey's Kisses. I think some Valentine Hershey's Kisses, and just stuck it right in the center of the page. Again, love it. Here's the inside cover of my 2023 weeks. I loved these bunnies so much. This was such a cute one. And then I just did a super simple, very dreamy-like inside cover. Van Gogh is my favorite artist, so I loved having this quote in here. Surprisingly, I didn't do anything in the very front. I'm still shocked at myself for that. Maybe this was still at the point where I was like, it's too precious. I have to just stick to right here. And then a couple of calendars for the 2023 weeks. I was just experimenting with telling a little fun story on paper. I did intend to put my one good thing a day in here, but I ended up putting it somewhere else in a different planner entirely. But I still wanted to keep decorating. I still wanted to experiment with stickers and fun little stories on paper. February, I am not a Valentine's Day fan. I don't care for much Valentine stickers and decorative, so I wanted to tell a little like romantic sort of like travel, maybe love story, and I had so much fun decorating this. I also did the same thing for the month of March. I loved this one too. I was experimenting with like color themes and putting things together that would look really pretty together, but weren't necessarily like an actual theme. If you are wanting to learn to decorate your planners a little bit more like telling a story, or a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, whatever that means, a good place to experiment and just have fun with it is in your monthly calendar. If you can still use your dates and write or do your gratitude, one good thing a day, what have you, and just have fun playing around with stickers and ephemera and washi tape up in the front. In this one, on the actual weekly layout pages, I was experimenting with a bunch of different things. This is November of 2022, so this week's came with November and December, so I used those months to experiment, to try different pens, different markers, different highlighters, to make fonts and headers and things like that, and just have fun with it and try it out. So here's an example of like a full page spread. More journaling, more ephemera, and more stickers in this one. I also did my books of 2023 in the back of this one as well, with a much simpler cover, but I really love this one too. All three of these, you guys, not a single bit of super fancy handwriting, nothing perfect, trial and error, trying out a bunch of different things, using it in a way that worked specifically for me. So now let's jump into my 2026 Hobonichi Weeks. I will show you guys what I have in here so far. It's not set up just yet. I did some December decorative, like I said, and some swatches in the back, but we will talk about choosing a 2026 Hobonichi Weeks and how I intend to use mine. So I shared my 2026 planner lineup already up on the channel. I will link it for you down in the description. The reason I have my lineup so early this year, well, there's a couple of reasons. One, I already know what I want to do. I want to keep it very simple, basic, straightforward. I've been planning long enough and I have been notebooking and journaling long enough to know exactly what I need and exactly what's going to work for me. And I do not want to mess around with buying unnecessary things and trying unnecessary things. And I am not participating in FOMO. I'll keep telling myself that. So I grabbed the Foggy Plaid for my 2026 weeks. I went back and forth between a few different ones. I really loved that. I think it's Cosmic Blue or Cosmos Blue. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I loved that one. I loved the yellow one too, just because it makes me think of Peanuts, Charlie Brown, Woodstock. I had a vision in my head to cover it with Peanuts stickers on the front, and that's probably not good enough reason to get a planner because yellow is not my favorite color. So I went with this one. I love the plaid. I knew that this would match the Erin Condren notebook planner that I'm going to create. That cover is very purpley and gray and blue as well. So I went with this one. I literally brought over my Frankie plastic cover that I had on previous weeks. I'm all about reusing, recycling. I love Frankenstein. He's timeless, classic, goes with everything. And then I just put this little butterfly sticker on here to go with the purple, and I love butterflies anyways. So that was my initial setup. I got like 600 Velcro dots for $3. And you know, I needed one of them, but now I have it. And I decided to Velcro my Hobonichi in an effort to keep it from getting too outrageously bulky and flopping open all the time. There's no decorative or anything like that in here just yet. I will show you guys all of that when I take you through my entire planner setups for 2026. Right now, all that I have in here is this December decorative, and I love this. It's super simple, but I think it's super cute. If you have cute stickers, they sort of do it themselves, right? You just put them down on paper and they look really cute. I love to make a scene or tell a story in my planners, like I said. And I just thought this was sweet and simple. Just a mom in the kitchen doing her baked goods thing while the little girl visits with Santa and a snowman waits outside. I just thought this was really pretty. And in this one, just like with my A6, I am going to go in and write. So there's some spots that are taken up, but that's okay. I'm going to write in what my primary focus and priorities are going to be for 2026. And then, you guys, in some of those spare back pages, I started out a swatch for markers and highlighters and a pen test place. I didn't have a problem with this. I will say the paper feels great to me, but I haven't run into any paper issues personally with Hobonichi, so I can't really compare the difference. Of course, with a Hobonichi, you're always going to have a little bit of ghosting. I personally love that about this planner and this paper. I love the crunchy, crinkly sound that you get when there's a lot of pen in here. But my pens went down. They were gliding just fine along the paper. This one skipped the milk tea pen, but this is just a very, very cheap pen from Journalsay. It doesn't even have a brand. It's sort of their own brand of pens. This one skipped. The rest of them went down perfectly. There's a little bit of ghosting, but there's no bleed through or anything like that. They didn't smear. Of course, I gave them a little bit of time to dry. Then I did some of my markers and pens over here. The U Brands one, went way through, but I was actually really impressed with the rest of these, especially the Sharpie paint marker. Now I want to paint in here, you guys. I'm probably going to make some painted up, really decorative spreads in here. Also, with my decorative for December, I did peel up and move some of these stickers around. With the Hobonichi, of course, the paper is thinner. It's a little bit more fragile. You do have to be careful when you're pulling up stickers and washi tape in here, but I was able to peel things up without ruining the paper. I was able to put them back down, nothing ripped, nothing crinkled, so I'm really pleased with it. And as I mentioned in my 2026 planner lineup video, I will be using this as a gratitude and good news journal. I will be using it for a little bit of habit tracking, maybe a little bit of memory keeping, and then of course to go along with my word of the year. Some people think that's a waste of a planner, especially at the price point that it's at. Some people love that and they want to use it for their own thing. You do you, I'll do me. I think as long as we are doing exactly what we need for our lives and schedule and routine, whatever planner makes you happy, I say go for it. But if nothing else, let this be an example to you that you can have and own and enjoy a Hobonichi without having perfect handwriting, without being very neat and tidy and printing really tiny, having aesthetically pleasing stickers. Use your stuff, enjoy your stuff, and let me know, are you going to Hobonichi in 2026? I'm so excited for mine, you guys. If you are interested in seeing the progress through my Hobonichi in the new year, subscribe, hang out with me. I will be sharing lots of plan with me's, some flip through of how I'm using it, maybe especially with those back pages. This will be more of a private journal-like planner, but I still will share plan with me's and some flip throughs with you guys here on the channel. Let me know what's in your lineup. Did you grab one already? Which one did you choose? And what stickers are you putting on the cover? I'm looking forward to catching up with you guys down in the comments below. That's all for this one. I will see you in my next one. Tell your dog I said hi. Bye, guys.